For more than 3,000 years, Jerusalem has been fought over. As one of the most important sites for the Jewish, Islamic and Christian faiths, Jerusalem has changed hands more than 40 times. The modern-day divisions of Jerusalem date back to 1948, after a UN plan to make the city an international one was overtaken by war. Israel declared independence and occupied West Jerusalem. Jordanian forces occupied the Old City in the east. War came again in 1967. Jordan was pushed out. Israel united the city. The international community did not and has not, in those years since, recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and East Jerusalem is considered occupied territory. Both Israel and the Palestinians have for decades agreed that Jerusalem's final status is to be determined in a final peace deal between Israel and Palestine. But in the city itself, the war has never really ended. Tensions simmer over access to religious sites. The best example, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third most holy site in Islam, but it's built on the Temple Mount, a site of ancient Jewish temples stretching back thousands of years. Demonstrations at the site between Muslim and Jewish groups are common. In Jerusalem, it's a war over centimeters. Israeli development in the traditional Arab part of the city is resisted by Palestinians and condemned by the international community. And today, Israeli and Palestinian residents may live just meters from each other, but have very different views of this US president's decision.
So I think that it's about time, 3,000 years late than it should be, or 70 years after everyone admit that it's our capital city.
We are not satisfied with the situation. How can you bring the embassy from Tel Aviv to here? The capital is in Tel Aviv. You want another capital here? It can't work out.
The US decision to recognize Jerusalem as the Israeli capital before it does so for the Palestinians is a break from recent US policy and may contradict United Nations Security Council resolutions on the status of occupied territory. Here in Washington, the White House and many other historic buildings don't date back more than 300 years. Jerusalem dates back more than 10 times that. But this decision by this US president will reverberate in the city, in the region, and across the world. Nathan King, CGTN, Washington.